Welcome back. Today I want us to learn some basic understanding of how to find the density of irregular shaped object. Now, to find the density of a material, we know that density is given by mass divided by volume. That means if we need to find the density of this material, this is a clay, we need to find its mass, we need to find its volume. And so I have some apparatus here that is going to help us to do so. So here with me, I have some water here. There's water here in a jug. Then I have measuring cylinder. By now you should be having an idea what am I going to use with this water. There's a string. The string is here. The object that you want to find its density is this, regular shape. We can't use an instrument to measure its dimension. I have a balance here. Of course, you know the use of a balance, and we may need a calculator because there's going to be some calculation. Here with me, I also have some potassium permanganate, which you're wondering, are we in a chemistry class? No, we are not in a chemistry class. So let's start. So the first thing to do is to measure the mass. We don't want to put this in water, then we measure the water. Remember, if you do so, if you put this object in water, we will have to wait for it to dry, or we find a way of how to dry it, because measuring the mass after you put it in water is one of the precautions that we should be able to take, because we will be able to give us wrong values. Now I'll put it on. The mass, I'll put it on, and then as you can able to see, there is no zero error, so it is already tired. So when I put it there, that is the mass, that is 42.2 grams. So the mass of our object, as you already measured, that is 42.2 grams. So the next thing is to find the volume, which we're going to use the measuring cylinder. And then how are we going to do that? So the first thing to do is to pour water so that we can able to record the initial volume of water before. So I have water here in the jug. We are using displacement method to find the volume of this object because it is irregular shaped object. So the first part, we don't need to worry about the exact volume, so we can just approximate. More than half, somewhere here, just approximate. Now, as you can able to see, you can able to see water clearly. So that is why I'm having potassium permanganate to increase the visibility of the water. Just a small portion is enough. So with this, you can able to see. Let me just shake it. Yeah, so you can able to see now we have colored water, which will able to increase the visibility. Now, the next thing is to record. So we need to find what is the volume of this water before any measurement is taken. You can able to see clearly the initial volume of water. There is 170. Remember, we're supposed to take the measurement below the meniscus. There is 170 cubic centimeter. So we're going to tie our object using a string. I've tried to use the thinnest string possible. One of the assumptions we are going to make is that this string does not occupy space. In other words, the volume of this string is going to be assumed to be negligible. The volume of this string is going to be assumed to be negligible. After doing that, so we are going to carefully lower it. Carefully lower the solid. Carefully lower the solid, and you can able to see there is a rise in volume. So that is what we need to take. So we need to take the measurement of the volume that has risen. So this is 190, 192, 194. So the reading is 194. Now that is 194 cubic centimeter. So now the volume of this solid, of this object, its volume is 194 minus 170, and this is equal to 24 cubic centimeter. Therefore, the density of the solid, which makes this object, is given by mass. Mass is 42.2 grams divided by the volume, which is 24 cubic centimeter. So that is 42.2 divided by 24. That gives us, from the calculator, you will see this 1.75833 recurring. Now we're supposed to give our answer in suitable number of significant figure, which we'll be able to use this. So that will give us as 1.76. And then look at this. What is the unit? How do we know the unit of density? Is it in grams per cubic centimeter, or is it in kilogram per cubic centimeter? Look at this. The mass is measured in grams. The volume is measured in cubic centimeter. So you have grams over cubic centimeter. This tells us now the volume, the density is 1.76. Then we don't write as grams per cubic, we don't write as grams over cubic centimeter. So we always express as grams per cubic centimeter. And for A level, we express our answer as grams in indices -3. Thank you. So I hope you've enjoyed and you've learned how to find the density of an irregular shaped object by, first of all, finding the volume by displacement method, and then you must measure the mass. All the best. Bye.